Right, Shalom. Brother Kaya from the gym, Master Louisiana Saints, coming back at you with another ride and talk. Prior to getting started, as I always do, I'd like to give infinite honors and prayers to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahushai, by Hashem, Kabadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, and salutation to the Akims that's pushing the truth and sincerity. And Lord willing, this video will be edifying first and foremost to the whole elect, then to those that cleave to the body. And I just went, I watched today the American Blackout, you know, and I just want to give a brief overview to it, and just, you know, kind of like tag a testimony alongside of it, man, because some of the things put me back in remembrance of when I was in Katrina for the 6 days, man. All right, and it wasn't as much as the hurricane, all right, that kind of tormented the people. It was all about the aftermath. And that's what people got to always be concerned with, all right? It ain't the actual, you know, the terror that's coming at you. It's what lies behind the terror, or after the attack, or after the floods, or after the waters, man, all right? Because the people hope still was alive. You know, when you look at American Blackout, and brothers ain't, you know, whoever didn't see it, you know, I suggest, hey, you go see it, man. All right, because we definitely living in the times where they about to play mind games, you know, with the power grid, trickery, all right, cyber attacks, you know, to actually, when they do shut the power grid down and say that the cyber attacks is causing it to stay down, man. You see? But nonetheless, what people had is hope, all right? But when you take a person hope away, all right, that they once, that they believe they have, all right, because hope only transfer into faith or confidence, man. And a lot of these people don't have faith. So the opposite of faith is fear, all right? People, faith has been pretty much alternated to their fear. People believe that the things that they're thinking to come is going to ultimately be their fear, their torment, all right? Because fear is nothing but torment. But we, all right, which have perfect love, cast out fear, all right? Because we still understand we fear the Lord, but we love the Lord too, man, all right? Which casts out fear, knowing that what? He's with us rather than against us. And if we be for him, then who can be against us, all right? Fear, Satan, the adversary, the wicked, Edom, nobody can be against us. But not to just tell off too far with that, all right? But just to like put emphasis, I did a little. I want to do a little small overview of the American Blackout, man. Cause hey, I was watching it while I was at work or whatnot, man. And a lot of things that was happening, all right. After the, you know, they were like, oh, you know, the light's gonna be down a little bit, all right. But the hope was fading away for the people, man. All right, because after the first day, you know, we done had times where, you know, lights been out. Maybe a day, even for Hurricane Ida, down here in New Orleans, the lights was out, I think, a handful of days. You know, Jake ain't kind of go crazy, man. Jake was able to throw up some generators and particular things like that. All right, but again, the aftermath decides pretty much, you know, the mindset or the mind state of the people, man. And people's minds are not set and equipped to go without nothing. That's why he fed them with you know, abundance of things, man. So once he take them from them, all right, they're gonna be totally just without, man. All right, meaning what? He have been set up to snatch all hope, all confidence from you, man. All right, and that's hey, and guess what? Your hope getting taken in a snap of a finger, it's a game changer. All right, and that's what he want to do. He want to be the game changer. All right, he want to be looked at as, okay, we gonna perform a miracle for you. All right, even though we caused the we did the terrorist attack. All right, but we're gonna propose ourselves as the superhero. And that's what he's gonna do, man. All right? He's gonna put these people in a position to where they're gonna beg for mercy from him, man. All right? because they have counted on their enemies. And ultimately, the Lord is putting you in these positions, man, because you have believed, all right? You have believed in your enemy, man, all right? When the scriptures clearly tell you, trust not thine enemy, all right? You know, never trust thine enemy, man. So as iron rusted, so will his own wickedness, man, all right? But nonetheless, man, the state that the people was in, you just saw it drastically changing, man. All right? Getting more intensified and intensified, man. All right? With no hope in sight. But we, all right, the hopeful elect, we do have hope, man. All right? You was getting, people were stuck in elevators. All right? You had people confined to just rooms, houses. All right? People was getting tormented with, and ultimately, you know, this whole chapter, Wisdom of Solomon 17, pretty much goes into it, man. All right? Pretty much the noises people was in, man. The positions people was in. All because they didn't decide to serve the Lord, man. All right? But we do serve the Lord. All right? And we're going to be, you know, in these EMPs and power grids getting powered down and cyber techs. At the minute of the Lord, we're going to be right in the midst of it, man. All right? But we shall be saved up out of it, ultimately, man. But the mind state is what I was looking at the people, man. All right? You saw panicking. All right? You saw people being compromised. All right? You saw, you know, you saw preppers, you know, even the preppers, a person who, if you prepping too much, man, all right, or you going overboard with that, man, that can be to your detriment, all right? So it's showing you levels of things and how things can become drastically worse, all right, within a matter of time, man, all right? You had people start looting, because first, again, people are like, oh, you know, the lights out today, what you doing, nothing, all right, you know, a day went by, day two, all right, we good, it should be on at any time soon. The news giving false hope as they always do, selling the people dreams. Then you get the president on the TV. He look like he eating peaches and cream, man. He have no sense of urgency on his face, just telling everybody be calm, don't kill each other. You know, this is, you know, it's just a big project, man. All right, that they running on the people, man. They don't care about the state of the people, man. All right? But the people care about how they are perceived from the government, man. Huh. You know? And they're looking for the government to help them because our people have solely put their trust in Egypt, man. All right? So in any senses of declare, you know, I forget what they call it. Oh, a state of emergency, all right? Because that's technically what it is. But the news stations got backup generators and they could talk. And they went to the point to where the news left. So the hope for the people, at least they still kind of saw the news and particular things going on. But it got real dim and dark for the people, man, all right? Because the government is going to use your fear against you for one fool. Well, one fool. Alright, but the government is going to use your fear against you. Now, this Wisdom of Solomon 17, let me get, you know, this couple precepts out of here, and I'll be edifying, man. Because nonetheless, man, you know, the aftermath and everything that he have set up in you know, basically for your good, okay, right? That you will perceive to be your good. Or it's the next thing smoking from technology or whatever it is. He have connected everything to a power grid. All right. And when he shut it down, he'll have total control, man. All right. It's ABC 1, 2, 3, man. All right. If you understand what's going on, man. Everything has been made electric. They're doing away with gas and all this. No. Easier way, man. All right. We just make everything electric, man. So there'll be no way around. All right, these simulations and, you know, once corner you off, man. All right. Even Texas, what they you know, they got their little power grid. You know, a lot of things is ran off that. You know, hey, at the end of the day, it's all controlled, man. All right, by the wicked. So, this Wisdom of Solomon 17. And 3. It says, for while they supposed to lie hid in their secret sins, they were scattered under their dark veil of forgetfulness, being horribly astonished and troubled with strange apparitions. For neither might the corner that held them keep them from fear, but noises of water falling down sounded about them, and sad visions appeared unto them with heavy countenance. And there was a scene of people in, there was in an elevator, man, or whatnot, and one of them got on top of the elevator and thought he saw a ledge or something and jumped, and they ain't hear from him no more. I think his name was Ken. They ain't hear from him no more, man. And you look, you saw the dark countenance and the heavy countenance on a girl, especially the women. Faces like Ken it was calling for him. He ain't say nothing. You know, they knew what type of time it was at the end of the day, you know. It says, no power of the fire might give them light, neither could the bright flames of the stars endure to lighten that horrible night. Because it's going to be a horrible time for people, man. All right? They're not going to be able to fix their minds around what's going on, man. They're going to have unstable minds. All right? So they're going to be in unrest, man. It says, only there appeared unto them a fire kindled of itself, very dreadful. For being much terrified, they thought the things which they saw to be worse than the sight they saw not. And they can't, you know, when it's dark, you see something run fast or something, you like, man, I don't know what I saw or what I saw, man. It was hearing shit. It was all kind of things happening, man. It says, as for the illusions of art magic, they were put down, and their vaunting and wisdom was reproved with disgrace. For they that promised to drive away terrors and troubles from a sick soul were sick themselves of fear, worthy to be laughed at. And that's what, you know, people was trying to comfort themselves. You had an Edomite keep talking about his mama in 9 days, like, you know, I ain't saw my mama in 9 days. She went to the hospital, never came back. You know? It says, for they died for fear. It says, for they that promised to drive away terrors and troubles, okay. It says, for though no terrible thing did fear them, yet being scared with beasts that pass by and hissings of serpents. And you're going to hear people walking, footsteps, violent sound, noises, well, which it says all this. I should have got it down, more down in a, you know, verse or whatever, but it's all good, man, you know, because all this tie in together, all right? They died for fear, denying that they saw the error which could of no side be avoided. And fear will kill you, man. All right? We're supposed to fear the Lord, but at the end of the day, we ain't supposed to fear evil. All right? Or that which cometh of evil. It says, for wickedness condemned by her own witness is very timorous. And a lot of these people is wicked. That's why the Lord gonna judge them, man. All right? With famine, starvation, wild beasts hissing, noises, sounds, animals, all right? Because the beast is going to change their places, all right? You know, the Lord going to terrorize people, man. It says, Abaratazah, we don't be of that number. It says, for it's very timorous and being pressed with conscience. And see, what fear do is pressures your conscience. Always forecasting grievous things. And day by day, it got more grievous and grievous to bear, all right? Not knowing alone fear people. See, the Lord gave us the knoweth-all, all right? Well, what's happening? So through prophecies, all right, that's our knoweth-all. So when we don't have time, you know, we can't see time, it's dark every day or whatever the case may be, we're going to have the knoweth-all to basically time. The way where we're going to judge time is through the prophecy of the things that's happening and what's going on. You see? That's our clock. Prophecy is our clock. All right? It says, for fear is nothing else but a betraying of the succors which reason offer it. And that whole movie is Wisdom of Solomon 17. I can really read this whole chapter. It says, in the expectation from within being less, counted the ignorance more than the cause which bringeth the torment. Yeah, the ignoring, all right, or the lack of knowledge, not knowing, okay, what their torment and their fear is, man, or what's being done. See, we gonna know why this being done, why the EMP went down, why the grid went down. This, we know these things, so it's gonna bring a comfort. See, during the time of Katrina, all right, I'm gonna go ahead and say it. Well, let me read a little more. It says, but they sleep in the same sleep that night, which was indeed intolerable, and which came upon them out of the bottoms of an inevitable hell. And that's what it felt like to people, inevitable hell. You know, every day they was kind of, you know, doing a little small video, like this day 4, no water, this, that, or whatever, man. They knew that they was in an inevitable hell, man, meaning it was invulnerable, meaning the condition that they was in, all right, it wasn't going to get any better, man. It says, were partly vexed with monstrous apparitions and partly fainted, their hearts failing them. And a lot of men's hearts wished their minds was failing them, all right, because there was no end in sight. There was no Calvary, no help, all right? Everything was getting worse. It says, for a sudden fear and not looked for came upon them. So then whosoever there fell down was straightly kept, shut up in prisons without iron bars. Yeah, everybody was in prison in their minds because of their positioning, all right? Because of what was happening to them, man, all right? And this devil done set the stage for blackouts this summer. He's telling you it before it came. I believe in that American blackout. I think it was something like 3 weeks before a blackout happened. Didn't happen, man, all right? So this devil tell you of things he about to do right before he do them. It says, for whether he were husbandman or shepherd or labor in the field, he was overtaken. Yeah, everybody was overtaken by this, man. All right? Because the power being out is more stronger than any plan you got. Because all your plans is predicated on electric. And if you're a prepper, all right, people gonna know that's what it's about at the end of the day. All right? People gonna know this. People gonna know you're prepping, you're getting off the grid to do what? Ultimately. To do what? To go and hide or try to live without electricity, man. You know? Which is not gonna be so. But it says whether it were a whistling wind or a melodious noise of birds, where he was and endured that necessity which could not be avoided, for they were all bound with one chain of darkness. Yeah, everybody gonna be caught in the same position, man, whether prepper or not prepper. Whether they were a whistling wind or a melodious noise of birds among the spreading branches, or a pleasant fall of the water running violently, or a terrible sound of stones cast down, or a running that could not be seen of skipping beasts, or a roaring voice of most savage wild beasts, or a rebounding echo from the hollow mountains. These things made them to swoon for fear. All right? It says, over them only was spread a heavy night in the image of that darkness which should afterwards receive them. But yet were they unto themselves more grievous than the darkness. Yeah, they became detrimental in debt to themselves, man. But just to go into the testimony of Katrina, I went through some of those things that I saw those people do on TV, and that's what led me to doing this video, man. All right, 6 days. We was without light. I'm just speaking of my little small testimony. I'm gonna make it quick. I was out light, and I heard the noises, people running from things, water coming, people, children getting raped, took, like the lady daughter got took or whatever, man. All right, people pressed for food, MREs, running the spots where food's supposed to be and it ain't there, man. Looting, all right, killing, you know. All these things was happening, man, and I just was like, damn, you know, the whole time it was of the Lord. So, but the point, you know, I just want to make is, you know, these things is going to surely come, and we just got to beware all right, and trusting the Lord ultimately that he gonna pull us through it, man. All right. And I ain't gonna hop down on my testimony too long. You know, I'm gonna, just like you said, man, I just wanted to do that out of the sake that the Lord still, you know, up until this point, he protected me out of that. And Abaratazah, if I'm, you know, part of the elect, he gonna protect you too. That's the whole point of the matter, man. That I was able to live through it, to speak about it, but ultimately there was a greater fight, which was this truth, man. And ultimately to live through this truth, if the Lord protect us through that, through anything, he'll protect us through everything, you know? So that was the pretty much the gist of it, whatnot, man. And, you know, Abaratazah is be exhorting, you know, in his admonishment, you know, to our people, well, and to the elect men, all right, who have girded their loins with love of the Lord, man, that they may not fear in a time when the world is fearing, man, but that we may continue to fear the Lord, all right, that he may protect us through it all right, and we'll be saved out of it, man, if we just, you know, believe in the Lord that he's gonna perform miracles for us, man. All right, we'll come all this way for when the Lord do start going with his move, you know, with everything, that we just, you know, fall out of fear or become impatient with the Lord, man. We got to continue to trust in the Lord, and he'll keep his protection around those that trust in him. So Abaratazah was edifying, man. Until the next time, I say shalom.